Welcome to Hot Messes, Big Visions, the podcast for parents, founders, and dreamers doing it all in leggings covered in yogurt. We're Nikki and Sophia, co-founders of The Village Co., mums of 4 tiny humans, and builders of a tech-powered babysitting empire with little family nearby and a whole lot of chaos.
Each week, we're talking real-life parenting, behind-the-scenes startup truth bombs, and the big vision driving it all. Because building your dream doesn't need to be polished. It just needs to be real. This is Hot Messes, Big Visions. Let's get into it.
Hello.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, has it been a shit show? Has it been a shit show? We're in December, so
Has it been a shit show, Nikki?
Wow, have I got the meltdowns and the more meltdowns for you? But no, messy moments. We'll get onto that in a little bit, I imagine. Yeah. That's how is December for you, sir?
Yeah, December. I feel like in October, I was like, you know what? This is going to be my year of planning and preparation. November, I'm going to buy all my gifts.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my secret Santa gift. I'm going to get the teacher's presents all sorted before December so that December, when it comes, I'm spreading it out over 3 months. When December comes, I thought, because it's, for me, work-wise, it's the busiest month of the year. I thought, you know what? I don't want the extra hassle and the extra. And it just turned out I didn't get any present. I'm still yet to buy my niece and nephew gifts, which I have to do overseas. You know
that sounds like you can blame it
yeah,
on
but
both.
it's never going to get there in time. And now I was talking to my sister a few weeks ago, and I'm like, don't worry, I'm going to buy it, and still haven't done it. And then our Christmas tree also only went up like a few days ago. I wanted to do advent calendars and all these cool Christmassy traditions, and look, didn't do any of that, which is probably a good thing though. But yeah, so I'm in the same situation I was this time last year. Not prepared, not planned, nothing organized. And I even ChatGPT'd my Christmas menu because I'm hosting this year and I've invited everybody as I do. And I'm like, what am I going to cook? What am I going to make? Good thing I worked for a food company though, because I pre-make order pre-made stuff. I'm like, you're welcome. Make that interview.
There is that. I'm here to help.
I did make 425 pieces of tiramisu. But yeah, how about you?
I can tell you now, having an advent calendar is the shittest of shows.
Mm.
Yeah, my kids have not grasped that they only get one a day.
Well, no, they're 2 and 4.
I know. And I blame Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, because he's the one person you can.
Exactly. So it started off where, like, just get a freaking chocolate one. No, we're not going to get a chocolate one. And then every year I'm like, no, I'm going to be one of those mums that have like
the one when you put. Yeah, so I wanted to do that this year.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to be that mum. Every year I say I'm going to be that mum. I'm not going to be that. You know how expensive they are without having something in there?
I did not know. Like, I was going to just purely make mine, but you know.
Well, no, I was going to go and buy one from the Spotlight.
Oh,
$100 on the Black Friday sale. I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
No, that was. And then.
Why would you buy that?
Because it looks nice.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I don't have the time or the energy to make it.
Nah, yeah, fair enough.
And I thought, I'm only working on the village this Christmas where I have time to do all the other stuff. No, I don't. No,
I know you said this to me. You're like, I miss so much.
No, you're not. No, I know. So Jeremy, a year ago, in his true dad wisdom, and he's been so proud of it all year, he got a bluey advent calendar where you get books. This was last year. So he bought it in the January sales of last year.
Genius.
Yes, I say that. But first of all, he forgot he bought it. So he ends up on the show.
You need to make notes to yourself on your phone and be like reminded to self. Have bought advent calendars.
Seriously, he was so proud of himself. He came home like in November or October and he's like, guess what I bought? And I was like, but you bought one in January. Luckily, it's 2 different ones. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take this away from you.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, right, that's it. We're going to go and get the advent calendar out and the kids are going to love it and it's going to be wonderful. And he's like, right. So he goes, can you find the number one? And the kids are like, this one. And he's like, let's open it up. And then Jess is like, okay, where's the next book? He's like, no, you just get one. And like, he's like, you know, he's a numbers man. He's like, just go for number one. And he's like flicking through it. Right, I'm going to open up number 14.
Right. They don't understand
Like,
the concept of sequence, right? And then us with the OCD, I'm a journey in this one.
Yeah.
Why would you start from the back?
Oh, well, what also makes it worse is that it's not in number order. So you've got this one goes so. So, yeah. Jess wants to open up number 24 because it's the biggest.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm going straight in for Miranda Santa.
Yeah, she's smart.
And he's like, no, that's Christmassy now. And it's like, so every single day we go through this where it's like, right, let's open up the one you've already opened. Let's reopen it. And yeah, and then every single day, then they have a meltdown over who gets to open it because they have one.
Yes.
We weren't going to give them both.
You should
at the
have
same
done
time. And then I was at half, like, I don't even know what day are we, 15th of December or whatever, 16th of December. And I'm just
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, but I'm just like, I wish we'd never done it. I wish we'd never, ever done it. Or we'd just got the freaking chocolate one. Because Oliver doesn't eat chocolate, so he wouldn't give a shit.
See, that's cool.
Jess eats everything, so she would.
But also, would she be opening them and going, I want this for breakfast? Although, is that a problem? Because we can just say, it's Christmas! This is what I've been doing for the past, how many days? 60 days.
Yeah.
It's fine. We can have pancakes for breakfast.
Honestly, we don't even know what day it is because we open up any door that the kids have let us open as long as it's just the one door. And I'm just like, do we need this extra stress in our lives?
No. Question. I know I sent you a meme on like December the 1st. Have you done Elf on the Shelf?
Yes. The fucker is like, in fact, there's two of them. There is a boy and a girl.
I knew I was smart and I said, I'm not even going to consider starting this because it means that you have to keep yourself accountable to do it every single day. And like, sure, our kids are young enough for us to just relocate the guy.
Yeah.
About when they get older.
No.
Then you have to start being creative and messy.
No.
I know I shouldn't complain about it being messy because it's painful and it's fun and you're enjoying it and magical. And yes, it is magical. But I look at all the examples online and I'm just like,
we relocate.
Why would you do that?
We only relocate. And that is all our else that we do.
And will you be doing that when the kids are slightly older?
Yes.
Will you be doing
until
the flower and like the chocolate fountain? And my sister goes all out.
I know, you told me about it.
Did I show you a picture? She sees the photos every day and like she's gone all out. She like buys specific things for the elves and she changes the clothes. Like
I
like the level of giving a
desire to be at the level of your sister. I'm not. No. They just get relocated, and most nights it's very much where do I put this?
Yes.
All these elves,
or like you get out of bed and you're like,
yeah.
Oh no.
What do I do now? Yeah. No. On one day, Jess was like, they haven't moved, and I was like, no, they have, but they've gone back to their original position.
I did last night. I noted it.
But there's been other times where Jeremy's just walked past and just grabbed them, took them, and like we've hidden them, and then we're putting them somewhere else in the morning. I'm like, we do not have time for this shit. I don't mind. I don't mind having the elves, actually. I don't mind having them. But I have found that the kids' behaviour this December has been off the frickin' charts. It's almost as if they're playing up more
because of the elves.
Well, not even because of the elves. I think it's actually they're just playing up because it's December. They've had enough. We've had enough.
I think so.
And
everyone's, I think our tether has been reached, right? So if any little thing they do, it's like, what are you doing?
I've also gone, I flip-flop between what the fuck and I don't care.
Yes, same. I literally told Sean Hamza this morning, I don't care, dude. I don't care. We're supposed to school. I could live with better friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no problem with it because you won't be able to do it when you go to school.
Also true.
So I will let school sort that out. Yeah. I've already become one of those parents.
Yes.
Let teachers sort
Yeah. Like, he's got clothes in his bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was too much of a mission this morning.
Yeah. Pretty much. I have visions.
Too hard basket.
I have visions of literally sending Jess to school in a swimming costume and going and sort of that.
I saw a video on the comedian this morning. She's hilarious. And she says that having a toddler, she compares it to the 5 stages of grief.
Oh my god, I saw this.
Sounds like denial. My kid's gonna totally get up and get ready for school in time. Then we're gonna make it to school on time. And I'm gonna be not late for work.
This is why we're drinking red wine at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Probably dinner's wine.
No.
But yeah, I totally resonated with that because I was like, oh, it's not just me. I'm literally sitting on Hunter every single morning.
At this moment where I'm like, I want to teach them time management, but December's not the time.
And also 4 is not the time age.
Why? Why do we make life so hard for ourselves? Although, I have to say, like, I don't know the answer to this. So, Jessica had the motherable meltdown yesterday.
Was in England.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Probably.
The worst tantrum I've ever seen from her. My big tantrums. I mean, I've had tantrums or something, but the worst I've seen from her. And she was hell bent on destroying Jeremy's car.
Oh no.
Not the car.
Not the car. No.
Seriously.
Like the inside of the outside.
The outside. She was literally making a beeline and just going to the car and bang, bang. Because she thought that there were Christmas presents in there. And she wanted to get to the present.
Fair enough.
So I picked her up, took her upstairs, tried to put her in a room. She's like having none of it. She threw a battery at my head.
Like a battery.
Ooh.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
It's so bad because you want to tell them off, but the other half of me is like, it's wrong. Like,
I see.
I mean, yeah, like and then she just got
Who throws the battery?
and she's throwing things downstairs. And at one point, Jeremy's like, should we just grab a glass of wine? It's like, what do we
have to, right? If you blow up, it just makes it worse.
Right? But it wasn't even like, it got to a point where we felt like we were okay with the parenting situation because we found it funny.
Yeah.
We weren't angry.
Yeah.
We were actually like, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
You need to go to bed. And thank God that we're in a better headspace today, that we're actually laughing at that awesome face.
Yes.
But we're kind of like,
that's the experience we had.
Yeah. And afterwards, I made a comment. I was like, she's just a little bit stressed. I was like, she's just having some girl feelings. And he's like, I'm so glad you said it.
Big emotions.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I could see where she's coming from. She's actually just done.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I was listening to a podcast the other day because I think I may have meant yes. We've been having, and I probably mentioned that in the previous podcast as well, like Francis and I think it is that, I think at 4.5, they do get that massive testosterone, like boost, chemicals and, like you said, end of the school year, end of the year, they're done, they're tired. And I forget to think, like, we haven't had any time, which means they haven't had any time with that. They're going to school. And these kids do 10 hours a day, right? So, and I feel for them. And, like, it doesn't make it any easier or any better, but I've got to just keep reminding myself. So I said to Sean, I really need to, I just find that we're yelling at him all the time and I don't want to be that person. And it's shit for him. He needs to have a good time. He's just being silly half the time, a silly boy. And so I'm listening to this podcast, and the lady's a child psychologist, and she's written a book. And well, I'm like, if anything, I'm going to listen to someone who's got some sort of research behind me, right? And it made sense. And she was going on about how, like, your kid is still good. It's not that they're naughty children, right? They're good, and you have to remind them of that. To remind them that they need to be good and act good and do good things, as opposed to, doing naughty shit. But also, you need to remember that it's the emotions and the external forces that are creating this meltdown. And I was like, yeah, totally got this. Sean was hearing it, and the next day was much better. I think weekend happened. And he was so tired. And the next day I felt like such a shit mum, because I like exploded. I was like, he didn't get a treat because he went straight to bed because he was yelling in the corner. We were friends. And he was just yelling at me. I can't recall the situation, to be fair. He didn't want to come and eat dinner. He wanted to watch him, something like the kids were watching while we were busy getting dinner ready. The other kids paused it and came down and sat down like good little children. And Hans was like, no, I don't want to eat. And went back and pressed play. And I was like, do you mind pressing pause and coming and eat? And he's like, no, I don't want to. And I was like, and I went up and I spoke to him, and you do all the things, and you get down to their level, and you're like, take a deep breath, and hands, and you don't want to eat, but come and try, because it's dinner time. Nope, lost his shit, went into the corner, screamed blue murder, and I was like, what? Nah, I've got to take him out of the situation, take him to the bedroom. At this point, I hadn't lost my shit yet. And then I was like, what? I think you just need sleep. You're tired. It's been a busy day. You didn't have much sleep. You're in a different environment with other friends, so it's draining. And then he was like, I don't want to, because now the other kids that are already eaten, they've got their treats, right? And I was like, well, you don't get a treat. He's like, well, I didn't have my treat yet. So I was like, treats are only for children. Listen, and they didn't. And then he was like, crying. And then within seconds, he fell asleep. Yeah. But then I went back to the kitchen, and I was like, it was so bad. I was like, you know what? Then tomorrow he can get his treat. Next day happened. So he ran away from me in public, and I was just like, so he ran behind something, and I said to him, don't do that. I get so scared. Being from South Africa, but yeah, man, like we got told that your kids will literally get stolen from you in a public place.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Yeah. Stolen. Taken for their park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of scary, right?
The mouth?
Yeah, the time. That's fine. You can take him. You can take him. You can bring it back. I'm leaving my child.
I'm not attached.
We're not attached.
Sorry.
You can have anything else you want.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so he ran away, and I was like, just don't do that. But I was like, you can stay here and have your tantrum. Yeah. Oh, so marathon after marathon, yelling after yelling, and I felt just, you feel shit. And at the end of the day, he was really just tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose my messing on just the tantrums.
It's hard when you're at somebody else's place because you're not in your own environment. And I know that all my friends don't. I know that they don't, and everyone's trying to do the best they can.
Yeah.
But I hate it when you're on display with other parents.
Yeah.
Your child is a child that's not behaving.
That's it.
They're not behaving.
Your child. I'm just like, why are the other kids so good? And they're at home. But they weren't at home. They were also in another environment, right? Yeah. They've done this before, obviously, but still, and we didn't have. I didn't have Sean with me. It's just me.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I think that was also the difference, right? And I'm not saying he wasn't good. Like, they were really great the weekend, to be fair. It was just certain things, and he'd forgotten. You know how he always says please. Yeah, he's got great manners. And this weekend, it's like he forgot them. So it was really just building up, like the build up of, I was just so frustrated. Oh, and because we've been building a shed, so that's what Dawn does.
Yeah.
building the shed, and then that means for 2 weeks I've literally been having all the kids on my own. So I think it's just the build up and then
And it's Christmas.
and being on display, like you say. And it's not, I mean, our friends are like amazing,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
supportive, and they're like, honestly, it happens to us as well. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I hear you. Like, you almost feel like everybody else is parenting better than you at that particular moment. And why can't your child
Yeah. Because one of their kids is the same age as Hunter, and I just thought, oh, she's fine.
But they're not fine.
Yeah, and
They're not fine.
they go through their moments,
They go
right?
through-
Yeah.
that's
She
different,
messaged me, and then when we got home, and she was like, well, we've just had our turn to yell and scream. So, it does happen to everybody in it. And I guess this is just a reminder that
Never be a smart
everybody
parent.
goes through. Yeah. Don't be a dick. Don't pretend you're something big.
Your children will always humble you. Yeah.
That's exactly it.
I have that feeling with kids. Like sometimes I'm just like, why are my kids just off the bloody wall compared to everybody else? But actually, I don't think it's the case at all. I just think it's actually a lot to do with how you feel as well. And like, you're tired and you're stressed.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have like 2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
The next day, it doesn't matter. Like you go from 0 to 100 like that
Yeah.
because
Yeah, exhausted. Exactly. Yeah.
damn, these little people. See, and Christmas. If you look around the daycare room, there are trees on the wall. Everybody's talking about Christmas. They've got bloody Nino. Say Nino. It's a fire engine. We call it Nino. But like Santa turned up in a fire truck. It's pretty cool. Was pretty cool. I've never seen Ollie.
Oh, is this the school Christmas thing?
Literally down the hill, and all that's going for him is he's going to stack it. He's going to stack it. Like, I'm just
On the cement.
and I'm like, no.
That would have been funny to see.
Literally, like running after him, and I'm like, excuse me, running after the parents because all these just taken off. Like, you're saying bolt down the hill, and then he's like literally moving the older kids out the way.
I need to be in front. He's come to see me.
Santa gets out. He's like, climbs into the truck, and he's sitting there with like, like Ollie, get out. And then after about like 5 minutes, there's all these other kids queuing up, and I'm like, Ollie, out. And he's like,
This is for me, man.
Yeah.
They knew. Santa knew. This is what I asked for.
So the way he just looked at me, I'm like, no, you're getting out. No. And then again, it's that whole thing. There are parents everywhere. How do I parent this situation?
Yeah, and you got people are watching me.
They are judging my parenting right now.
Judging.
With their eyes.
And I'm like, oh, don't worry about the people around you. Let your child experience and like, fuck them.
No. I literally walked around the other side, opened the truck, pulled him out, and he's like,
Screaming, clawing. Yeah.
literally, my kid is the one having the meltdown. I was like, I'm going to go and see Santa. No. Come on, Ollie. Like, take him up to Santa, and he's like, no. Like, as in, F you, Mum. No way. I want to be back down there with the truck.
Why are you ruining my dreams?
Yeah, like all the parents were with us.
Oh,
So,
my God.
yes, I hear you. It's so damn annoying. But I do believe that Christmas and lots and lots of for in terms of it is a lot for the kids to like comprehend. Other than I've made it 10 times worse with telling them there's a magical elf that wanders around the bloody bells.
Yeah.
And then you've got some magical old guy
Yeah.
that comes down the chimney.
Nice thing, right? One of my colleagues was saying that his daughter's petrified of Santa coming into the house. And fair enough, right?
Oh,
A
yeah.
stranger coming into, and she even asked him, is he going to come into my room? No, like, no. We'll ask him to leave him on the porch. But yeah, it's a lot for them to take on. And I guess it also depends on their age. Like, and then comes the question of gifts. And I've had this discussion with parents before. where do you draw the line? Some people cannot afford the $200, $300, $400 gifts that Santa gets them. And then they go to school, and when they start talking about the gifts that Santa got them, that's when it becomes quite tricky. Why did Santa get you a PS5 and I got 3 books and a pair of pajamas? You know, so and like, when is it okay? Like, what is the budget? When is it okay to splurge that much on your children? And I don't know. There's a lot of questionable things that surround Christmas for me. I do want to make it magical. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I do want to create traditions that my kids will follow through on, like baking cookies and, you know, the lunch or late lunch or early dinner or whatever. Yes, maybe the elf. Maybe not to my sister's extent though, but you know, like the cool magical things in the Christmas stockings, and sure, Santa and the cookies and the milk on Christmas Eve, and maybe even a Christmas Eve box to get them quite excited for it, right? But my thing is like, it's become quite excessive
Well, yes.
for some.
Yes and no, in the way that I have always said, and Jeremy and I have always stood by it, and I'm hoping that we continue this as the kids get older. We have always said that regardless of like where we go in the future or whatever, Santa will always give one gift.
Yes.
One gift is from Santa. And I don't care what the other families do, because I remember it's really interesting. My mum and my dad and stepdad and all this stuff, they didn't have copious amounts of money.
Yeah.
But every year there would always be a shitload of gifts under the tree. And I look at it now and I just find it really tacky. And there were loads of things that I didn't actually ask for or want. And I don't want my kids thinking that,
why did Santa only give me one gift? Where's the next one? Where's the next one? And year for year, right? It'll change, and your financial circumstances might change.
well, exactly. But what I found out as I got older is that my aunts and my grandparents and everything were always putting from Santa under the tree.
Right.
So there was always a shitload of gifts from Santa. Or Father Christmas, or I think it was Father Christmas back in the day, before American people. And so I look at that now, and Jeremy and I have always been hell-bent on the kids get one gift. So you get your presents from your grandparents, and we'll say, Mummy and Daddy got this, that, sure.
Yeah, they do the same.
But you get one gift. So this year they get a bike seat. That, because as far as they're concerned, Mummy and Daddy will not buy them. And I think, like last year, they got a trampoline, which was a shed. And then it was always going to be one gift, because then that way, if we
no comparison.
There's no comparison. There's no money. Like, if we end up having a year where we don't have that much money, we don't feel under pressure to give a load of gifts, because that's what Santa did. And one year, you know, if Jessica wants, I don't know, like a really expensive handbag or something, I don't know, then that can be her one gift, right? And then she'll always see other people give gifts. But yeah, that's always been my rule. They get one gift. And
we do the same.
2 bikes. Yeah, got from like Kmart.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
That'll last them for the few years until they grow out of them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
Yeah, Sean even said to me, so I went online to, when I was organized. I was online, and he came in and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm thinking about doing a big online shop for Christmas for all the kids that we can buy for. And he was like, oh, it's so ridiculous. He's like, and it's just so many plastic crap that's out there. And like, can't we gift experience? I'm like, yeah, when they're a bit older and they can understand, I'm not sure. Like, that'll be a cool gift. Yeah, I mean, I love that.
We can all do something together.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. And then I was like, but at the moment, I think, and our kids will play with the gifts, right? When they're a bit older, it changes. So yeah, I guess it's always in my mind, and it's always under discussion for me. Like, I like to see what other families are doing in terms of Christmas gifts and Christmas celebrations and traditions and stuff like that. Because and the excessiveness of it can be overbearing and overwhelming. Like, so why do we do that to ourselves as parents, as moms? you've already got a full-time job, or,
I have a full-time job.
I am like work from home mode. Even if you don't have a full-time job, you've got the cleaning and the cooking and the buying of the gifts and the decorating your house. I don't know how you do that on top of everything else, by the way. Being weird, like the decorating of the house.
I'm still going.
Oh my God.
I'm still going.
And
I
also-
love this conversation I had with Jeremy the other day. So Jeremy has like this big rule: I'm not allowed to go up the ladder.
Why? Or by yourself?
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but like not a ladder that takes me to the roof.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah. I mean, fair enough.
Well, he's like, he was like, if you fall off and die, like it's going to be really awful for Christmas. So I was like, fair. So I hear him, but I want lights on the roof.
I let him do that.
Well, this is the other thing. He's like, oh, okay. And if I fall, and I mean, to be fair, I know I'm falling off the roof. It's just going to really like put a damper.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, so instead, I was like, okay, let me do it away. So I managed to find.
I'm so sorry. But you're making me think of the lady in The Grinch who shoots it onto her.
I'm going to love telling you don't. No, sadly, but instead I got one of those like telescopic poles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. To like clean your house with.
Yeah.
And it goes to the roof.
Clever.
Yeah. Now,
But how are you sticking them in?
so what I'm doing is I'm folding the lights over
Yes,
the
yes,
top
I get
and
that.
then I'm bringing it up,
Mm-hmm.
and Have been told, so sorry Jeremy, because I know you listen to these, but I was told not to hang it off the solar panels.
But you have.
I have started it on the solar. Okay. So, look, I couldn't find any other place to hang it.
I was wondering, I'm like, can we stick them? You're
Yeah.
hanging them on them.
I was trying to put
They
command.
look pretty
I
low.
was trying to put command stickings on, and then I was like,
I would kill to see that. Next time you do this, invite me. I'll bring
oh my
popcorn and
god, it was so funny. And then I got halfway around, and I was like, "Need your height."
Can you hang it off the solar panels? You told me not to hang these on.
No, so then we went round like hanging it off the side of the roof one time. So yeah, so you won't know until I take it down or he listens to the podcast, whichever comes first.
He goes out at night.
No, he hasn't actually looked. I don't know if he's looked and he's seen it and he's just like, I don't have time for this shit.
Potentially.
And I'm going to pick my battles,
Yeah.
and it'll come up in like a future argument about
yeah.
something that he hasn't done. And you on the other
By
side.
the way, I've got my bank of shit I need to complain about. I'm going to choose this one.
Yeah. I feel like that's the key to a successful marriage. So yeah, he
Finding shit you did in the past and bitching.
bring it up every now and again. And whenever I say about something that he's done, he'll be like,
Well, wait.
"So."
I'm going to open the scrolls.
He's so honestly. I think I honestly watch Ollie and him quite a lot, and I just see them both just like roll their eyes in the desk, and I'm like, this is our future.
He has the carbon copies on, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank God.
It's our future.
I was actually like messaging an old friend recently, and he was saying like, you know, really, really like, because she hasn't met Jeremy. Knows
What?
No. Old friend.
Hey? Okay.
And she was like, oh, I'm just so happy that you. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm just so glad that he is the chilled, reflective type.
Yeah.
Couldn't be like me and Jess. Good God. Like, he rolls his eyes at Jess and he's like, oh my God, what the hell? And I was like, you knew me. You knew me. And then we had children. So you knew
And
this was
water.
So that's water.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
However, I have to say, like, with Christmas coming up, sounds like your children.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like, we may be coming to the end of this podcast.
Potentially. But also, it is our final podcast for the year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't be coming back until the summer holiday.
Not yay for us. Yay for summer holidays.
Yeah, well, we've got some really exciting things that are happening with the village.
That's true. Yeah, very exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah, thank you, Duo Life. It's
Yeah.
wondering the why on
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
this episode. Woo! And yeah, I think we will keep you posted in the new year. But otherwise,
Good luck for Christmas.
good luck for Christmas.
Don't go insane. Keep it
There's
low
no-
key and do what you can.
And if you haven't moved the elf, don't worry about it.
Mm.
Just say that, the elf went to see Santa and came back to the exact same space. The magic of Christmas. Let's face it, the magic of Christmas. The old Santa dude gets a lot of credit.
I know.
Have a lovely Christmas, lovely New Year.
And we'll
See you in 26.
Okay, so that's it for this week. Hot messes, big visions. If you love this episode, share it with your village, or better yet, tag us on Instagram at Village Babysitting with your own messy moment.
Want to book a sitter? Let us hook you up. Until next time, remember, you don't need to have it together to be going somewhere.